the beginning of the game, the Lecropus gods, aka Supercell, created two immortal beings. The two immortal beings were blessed with incredible power and magic that they used to create an entire village, builders, and 10 new troops, including the 3 wizards. Then later, the two immortal beings used their magic to combine their powers and become the Grand Warden. The Lecropus gods began to notice just how powerful the Grand Warden was becoming, and they were afraid he would become too powerful, so they had to do something to take away some of his power. And now for the continuation. Before the Lecropus gods could do anything to nerf the Grand Warden, there was a problem within the village. Apparently, the combined power between the Grand Warden and the 3 wizards were far too great and were causing mayhem in the village. Whenever they got too close, their combined power would cause a massive earthquake that would destroy absolutely everything. So the Grand Warden decided that he had to leave in order to save the village. So he then ended up leaving and using his powers elsewhere. He left the village and randomly traveled for a few days, going whichever way the wind would blow him. Then one day, he finally came across some remote island. He decided this would be a good place for him to set up camp, since it had pretty much everything he needed. He figured he would have to rebuild the whole village, but this time he thought to himself that he wasn't going to make the same mistake twice, and only create the builder after the village was done. So this time, trying to think ahead, he decided that the first thing he would do is create a builder. And after his experience creating the first few builders, he decided why not make this builder smarter and just overall better in every way. So when he casted the spell to create the builder, he put extra energy into it, trying to make the builder even better than the original ones. But what the Grand Warden did not realize was that when he left the village, he left behind part of himself. The main village was where he was able to draw most of his power from, and he didn't realize that. And now that he was a long ways away from home, he was not capable of casting any as powerful of spells. So his lack of power, mixed with trying to create an even better builder, ended up knocking him unconscious. Although, lucky enough, his spell ended up working and he was able to create a new, smarter builder. But the intense power from the Grand Warden spell ended up putting the builder into a coma before he could have woken up. So for a very, very long time, the new builder and the Grand Warden just laid on their estranged island. Then finally, after some time, the Grand Warden finally wakes up. Unfortunately, the master builder still remains in his coma, so the Grand Warden is left to tend to him until he wakes up. While the Grand Warden was waiting for the builder to wake up, he decided to create a town hall, where he left the builder to lay. He named the building after the town hall, but instead he called it the Builder's Hall, since that was the resting place of the new builder. But after years of waiting, the builder had still not woken up, and the Grand Warden was beginning to lose hope that he ever would. So after waiting for another month, he finally decided to give up. So he left the builder in his builder hall and then took off. And as the Grand Warden traveled around, he came across some troops who said they were heading towards the Royal Arena. So since the Grand Warden had nowhere else to go, he tagged along. And when he got to the arena, in the middle of the battlefield, he saw the Ice Wizard and Electro Wizard both attacking each other. And this was a great news for the Grand Warden, because that meant that if they were both at the Clash Royale arena, then that means that they weren't back at the Clash Village. So he immediately took off back to the Clash of Clans village. And he could not have gotten back at a better time, because as he arrived, the regular builder was in the middle of releasing his brand new defense that he called the Eagle Artillery. And this thing was going to be a beast and absolutely crush entire armies at a time. So the Grand Warden was needed desperately by the villagers to help protect their armies from it. So the Grand Warden was then accepted back into the village with open arms. However, the Lecropus gods were not as welcoming. They still were not very happy about him running away from the village like that. So as a small tiny punishment, they ended up cursing him so that anytime he wanted to help defend the village, he would be turned to stone and wouldn't be able to run anywhere this time. So with that, everyone was happy. The villagers had a way to fight off the new OP Eagle Artillery, the Lecropus gods got their revenge, and the Grand Warden was back at home close to his power source. Everyone was happy, but it's almost as if they were forgetting someone. Don't worry, the builder that was in the coma eventually ended up waking up in the summer of 2017 when a barbarian accidentally stumbled onto his island, as explained in the story right here. And let's just say that the Grand Warden created this builder with the expectations of being better than a regular builder, and let's just say that he didn't disappoint. Thank you guys so much for watching my story. Let's go ahead and see if we can smash 2,500 likes on this video. You guys have been killing it on the recent story videos, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that one more time. And if you guys do enjoy, make sure you leave a comment down below and suggest what story we should do in the next time. I am thinking of doing the Witch and the Night Witch, but other than that, give me any suggestions you guys might have. And anyways, make sure you are subscribed and have the notifications turned on if you haven't already. I'm usually in the comment section like 15 to 30 minutes after each video is posted, so make sure you turn notifications on so you don't miss that. And anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I will see you guys next time. Peace.